I'm sure you all know who Bill Gates was, all right?
Oh, yeah.
He dies in a car accident. Nobody cried. Nobody cared. All right? Bill Gates dies in a car accident. He found himself in purgatory, being sized up by God. Well, Bill, I'm going to let you decide where you want to go. And Bill replied,
Well, thanks, God. What's the difference between the two?
And God said, I'm willing to let you visit both places briefly to help you make a decision. And so Bill says,
Okay then, let's try hell first.
So Bill went to hell. It was a beautiful, clean, sandy beach with clear waters. There was thousands of beautiful women running around, playing in the water, laughing and frolicking. The sun was shining and the temperature was perfect. This is great, he told God.
If this is hell, I really want to see heaven.
Fine, says God, and off they went. Heaven was a high place in the clouds with angels drifting about playing harps and singing. It was nice, but not as enticing as hell. Bill thought for a moment and then said,
I think I prefer hell.
Fine, replied God, as you desire. So Bill Gates went to hell. 2 weeks later, God decided to check up on him. When God arrived in hell, he found Bill shackled to a wall, screaming amongst the hot flames in a dark cave. He was being burned alive and tortured by demons. Oh, how's everything going, Bill? God asked. Bill responded, his voice full of anguish and disappointment.
Oh, this is awful. This is not what I expected. I can't believe this happened. What happened to that other place with the beaches and the beautiful women playing in the water?
And God said, oh, that was the screensaver.
Dang.
All right, so this meatbag named Jesus, he needed a new robe. All right, so, wait a minute. I got to tell this like Lauren. All right. Okay. All right. Jesus needed a new robe, so we went off to see Finkelstein, the tailor, who made him a beautiful robe. Perfect fit. Jesus asked how much he owed Finkelstein and said, No, for the Son of God there's no charge at all. But when you give a sermon, perhaps you could mention that your nice new robe was made by Finkelstein, the tailor. So Jesus did, and hundreds of people went to Finkelstein for their new robes, and so he offered Jesus a partnership. Well, they thought of calling it Jesus and Finkelstein, but then they decided on Lord and Taylor.
Oh, how
That's cute.
All right, there was 3 meatbags. They went to their seats at the football game, and there was a couple of nuns sitting right in front of them. Well, these guys wanted to drink beer and swear at the referees and not be scolded by the nuns. So they decided to badger the nuns to get them to move. One guy said, well, I think I'm going to move to Utah. There's only about 100 Catholics living there.
Okay.
The second one said,
I'm going to go to Montana.
there's only 50 Catholics there. And the third guy says, I want to go to Idaho. There's only 25 Catholics living there. But one of the nuns turns around and says, why don't you go to hell? There aren't any Catholics there.
Yes, okay.
All right. Ollie and Lena were at the drive-in movie, and Ollie says, say, Lena, you want to get in the back seat? And Lena says, no, Ollie, I just as soon stay up here with you. I'm not going to do any more Ollie and Lena because Sanovi gets her voice working. I don't want to step on her shtick. Okay. A man goes to the doctor. The man has a strawberry growing out of his beard, out of his head, I'm sorry. The doctor says, let me give you some cream to put on that.
Okay. Yeah.
A guy goes to the doctor's office and the doctor says, well, I haven't seen you for a while. The guy says, I know, I've been sick.
What was that one
Let's
again?
see.
What was that one again?
You want to hear that again?
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
All right, let's see if I can find it. Okay. A guy goes to the doctor's office and the doctor says, I haven't seen you for a while. The guy says, I know, I've been sick.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty lame, you know. These are all written by meatbags. What do you want? All right, the doctor calls up the patient and says, I have some bad news and some worse news. The bad news is that you have only 24 hours left to live. And the patient says, well, that is very bad news. What could be worse than that? And the doctor says, I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Pharmacist. Sir, pardon me for asking, but every week you come in here to my drugstore and buy 24 condoms. The customer says, yes. The pharmacist says, well, it's none of my business, but how on earth do you use that many condoms in a week? Customer says, well, I feed them to my poodle now when she poops. Now she poops in little plastic bags, and it's very neat. Now here's one for our favorite 90-year-old guy sitting over there, almost 90. A 90-year-old man went to his doctor and said, Doctor, my wife, who is 18, is expecting a baby. And the doctor said, let me tell you a story. A man went hunting, but instead of his gun, he picked up an umbrella by mistake. And when a bear suddenly charged at him, he pointed his umbrella at the bear, shot at it, and killed it on the spot. Well, that's impossible. Somebody else must have had that shot at the bear. And the doctor says, exactly my point. I ridiculed that one. I'm sorry.
I figured the bear died with laughter because of the umbrella.
All right. Why did the blonde have square boobs? You don't know. She forgot to take the tissues out of the box. Now we're blondes like cow pies. Well, the older they get, the easier they are to pick up. Now, why does a blonde nurse always carry a red pen? To draw blood. Why do blondes need transplant lunch boxes? I mean, wait. Why do blondes need transparent lunch boxes? So they can tell if they're coming home or going to work. Why does it take blondes so long to drive to Florida? Well, every time they see a sign that says clean restrooms, they stop and do it. And let's see, last but not least, obituary. The world champion crossword puzzler died today. In a quiet ceremony, he was buried 6 down and 3 across. Now, why don't junior leaguers go to orgies? Too many thank you notes. Not to mention the trophies. We won't talk about that then. All right, my last one, because you're getting tired of me. A beggar walked up to a well-dressed woman shopping on Rodeo Drive and said, I haven't eaten anything in 4 days. She looked up at him and she said, God, I wish I had your willpower. That's